I was on my way into work, and I was taking the subway, which is elevated subway. And as the subway heads to New York, there comes a point where it makes a very abrupt left-hand turn, almost a 90-degree turn. And when it does that, the wheels of the subway always screech loudly. If you look out the window, that's when you can see the World Trade Center. I was sitting on the subway reading, as I always do. Train made the left-hand turn. The wheels screeched. Everybody in the car jumped up and started to gasp. Oh! And I look up, and there's the building with smoke pouring out of it. I didn't know if that was my son's building because Tower 1 and Tower 2 were in perfect symmetry. And I didn't know which tower I'm looking at. And I'm just thinking to myself, you know, how did my son get out of there? Well, I don't know how, but he got out of there. There's no two ways about that. He can't be in there because anybody who's in there is going to die.
Blowback. It's a CIA term. Blowback does not mean simply the unintended consequences of foreign operations. It means the unintended consequences of foreign operations that were deliberately kept secret from the American public, so that when the retaliation comes, the American public is not able to put it in context, to put cause and effect together, that they come up with questions like, why do they hate us?
The forces of evil declared war on the American
Not since Pearl Harbor has there been so much national
freedom and democracy are under attack.
Why do they hate us? That's the question everybody's asking.
Our government did not want the forensic question asked, what were their motives? And instead chose to say they were just evildoers.
And the towers keep falling. Every 5 minutes, there go the tower again. I got on the phone, I called NBC. I'm listening to your newscast. How many times are you going to show those goddamn towers coming down? Don't you have any respect for the people who have family and friends in those towers? Do we have to keep watching them fall down? I watched them fall down 50 times already. When are you going to stop? Please stop. You're ripping my heart out. God gave me two of the greatest sons any parent could ever ask for. Why he took one back, I'll never know. This is one of my favorite pictures of all time, smiling with his two teeth. I am Jason. What can I do for my son's memory? I'm not a millionaire. I can't build schools and libraries. I'm just a regular cop living on a pension. I want to be able to do something so that hopefully one day I can go over to my son's grave and I can go over to my son's grave and tell him that I've done something in his memory that hopefully will be a step in preventing another attack like that. I arrived in Vietnam in July of 1965. I was part of the buildup to 50,000 troops. I remember saying to one of my buddies, you know, this keeps up, they're going to have 100,000 troops over here. And he laughed. He said, what are you, nuts? They'd have to declare war for 100,000 troops.
My fellow Americans, renewed hostile actions against United States ships on the high seas and the Gulf of Tonkin have today required me to order the military forces of the United States to take action in reply.
I was assigned to a helicopter company, 13th Aviation Battalion. I was a door gunner on one of the helicopters. It was quite an experience for, you know, a 21-year-old kid. You're involved in taking people's lives. From the perspective of a helicopter, you're up X number hundreds of feet, and you're shooting at little dots that are running around. You're not shooting at somebody face to face.
Okay, there's a blue shirt on a trail down there. Come on, right. Okay, there, got a tank.
It's almost like they're not real human beings. They're objects. They're objects.
As a refugee of war, I think I understand firsthand the suffering, the pain that war could cause. I came here when I was 15.
I think I was reading something about the bombing in Iraq, and I get this email to Major Thomas V. Johnson from Lieutenant Commander Stephen Franzoni, the private to the corporal to the captain to this, all, it must have been like 42 emails. And some of them were saying, well, I don't know if we can do this. Sirs, normally we do not take personal requests. Son died on 9/11, wants to know if we could put name on bomb. Passing it up, Harry, this is Jerry, do you think we can do something like that? Joe, fairly easy, don't you think? Well, we'll look into it, let me go ask Harry. And you read this whole list of emails. Sorry for the delay, but business is booming. The weapons don't stay still long enough to write on them. And finally, it goes to this Marine Air Division. Can do, semper fi, boop, boop, boop. I get back to pictures. I'm looking at the picture, I'm saying, holy smokes. There's a picture of a bomb, and then a close-up of the same bomb, and on the side of it, in loving memory of Jason Sexton. And the story that this is a 2,000-pound guided bomb, and that it was dropped on April 1st, and it met with 100% success.
Under fire from critics who charge he's been blurring the lines between Iraq and 9/11. President Bush was forced to clarify yesterday.
We've had no evidence that Saddam Hussein was involved with the September the 11th. Now, what the vice president said was that he had
What did he just say?
Al-Qaeda.
I mean, I almost jumped out of the chair. I don't know where people got the idea that I connected Iraq to 9/11. Was he nuts or what? What the hell did we go in there for? We're getting back for 9/11. Well, if you didn't have anything to do with 9/11, why are we going in there? I was mad. I was mad. My first thought is, you know, you're a liar. I'm from the old school. Certain people walk on water. And President of the United States is one of them. If I can't trust the President of the United States, I don't know. It's a terrible thing when American citizens can't trust their president. You begin to wonder, what the hell is with the whole system? There's something wrong with the entire system. The government exploited my feelings of patriotism, of a deep desire for revenge for what happened to my son. But I was so insane with wanting to get even, I was willing to believe anything. Undoubtedly, there are people who may listen to my statements and think that I'm no good, that I'm an SOB, I'm a warmonger, I'm this, I'm that, whatever. I should never put my son's name on it. I should be ashamed that I put my son's name on it. Am I sorry I asked for my son's name to be put on the bomb? No, because I acted under the conditions at that time. Was it wrong? Yeah, it was wrong, but I didn't know that. So, is it regrettable?